everyone, this is Killshot from 99 Gaming. This is The Walking Dead Season 9. Rick dies and lives. I know what you guys are thinking. If you make both predictions, you're bound to be right. That's not the purpose of this video. We're going to use one final clue, and in fact, it's the same clue that we have every year. It is the Comic-Con trailer, because as these episodes roll out, we can sort of check off the images that have already been used, and there are a few powerful images that are still yet to be realized, and I think it's going to be able to tie into some of the spoilers that are out there and really give us a good gauge. Warning, these are the final clues to help us figure out what happens with Rick, and it is the herd. So we have not seen the scene where Rick is on the white horse. We see a couple instances of a white horse. Maggie is riding a white horse when she leaves the hilltop. Also, this week's standoff between Jed and Carol, one of the saviors in the background has a white horse. Rick might confiscate one of those and make his way and lead the herd. We still haven't seen this image. This is where Rick supposedly gets confronted by walkers, completely surrounded. The reason this is important is because we will see a walker a little bit later on, and some other images could tie in to Rick being ambushed. So if this goes down, we know the potential person that could be doing the ambushing. It's rumored that Jed is the villain. Now, we've seen this scene. This is Jed actually going after some guns, trying to get those from Carol. But we also know that Jed is in this week's episode, and him and Carol have another standoff at the base camp and trying to probably get Negan out of his cell. I'm not sure when the characters are finally going to learn their lesson. They let Jed roam around and wreak havoc on everyone. He's already gotten a fight with Aaron, responsible for him getting his arm chopped off. He's punched Alden, pulled a knife on Carol, and pulled a gun on Carol twice as of this week's episode. So it's definitely within the scope of possibility that he's out there lurking with some saviors, and he does ambush Rick. That is the rumor, is that he will shoot Rick and leave him for dead. Now, we still know that if he's left for dead, Rick is supposedly kind of out there in the middle of the street. He sees images of Shane. We've not seen that flashback yet, and Shane apparently tells him to get up, get up. This scene, you can see the daylight in the background, so it does still appear that it takes place, and we got this walker just literally right in Rick's face as he's left there to die. He supposedly gets up enough energy, enough adrenaline to make it out of there and start to make his way back. Now, we have not heard if anyone puts Rick down. We know that we've not seen this yet either, so this is from the Comic-Con trailer, the bloody boot, so everything is still in play. I know at this point you're still thinking, does he die or does he live? I mean, there's been so much speculation around these boots. Was Rick carrying someone? Is it his own blood? Was he attacked by a whisper? But they've devoted an entire introduction to possibly this being the Rick Grimes walker out there with all these images in the background. So I do think it's very important. But keep in mind, the helicopter is still in play as well, and Jadis needs an A. So if she needs an A, she had Rick captured in the container. She had A scrolled on the background. She had him fight Winslow. And an A might be that dominant personality that we're out there looking for. So this week we see Father Gabriel really kind of chime into Jadis and say, I got to go back and tell Rick. And she says, I thought you were B. So it appears that Father G has a little bit of courage sort of ramped up. But if he begs for his life this week, she might be forced to take the new Winslow away and go after Rick. So if Rick is making this walk back with the bloody boots, it is speculated at this point that Jadis is the one that sees him. She radios in, and then the chopper could perhaps drop down and pick up Rick and take him away. Now, that creates a whole nother set of circumstances, but Jadis would be happy. She'd get her food back. She'd be able to eat. She'd pay off her debt. Leave your thoughts and comments below. But with answers are more questions. Rick has to appear dead, and this is why I said he dies and he lives. So people aren't going to forget the legacy of Rick Grimes and stop looking for him unless they're absolutely convinced. If he is left for dead and surrounded by a big group of walkers, that is pretty convincing. Now, I know you're going to say that Michonne will fight tooth and nail, and she absolutely will. But if Rick is taken away and he's incapacitated and we don't know if he's alive or he's dead, then that could transition the legacy over to Negan, especially if Negan thinks the saviors were behind it. A conformed Negan, a changed Negan that is out there trying to carry on the legacy of Rick is definitely a strong story in my opinion. Leave your thoughts and comments below. Rick could be attacked. We may leave it open-ended, whether Rick dies or whether Rick is alive. But if he is taken, I know there's some additional questions, and I want to hear your questions. Leave them down below. We will have a live stream to follow up this video. If you guys want to participate, definitely get involved. We want to get a lot of viewpoints, a lot of opinions. My name is Killshot. Let me know what you think about Rick dying and living. Give this video a thumbs up. Talk to y'all soon. Peace.